Hello, my name is Ishmael Rodriguez, and I'll be presenting um, the New Teacher Professional Development 2017-2018 here at Johnson High School. And our focus will be on a book called The Art and Science of Teaching by Morzano. I just want to remind you new teachers, we're so happy to have you here at Johnson High School, and I want to remind you of our mission, which is not to equal but to excel. I'd like to start off the professional development by having an icebreaker. I want you guys to get to know each other a little bit, and you'll be working together throughout the year. So I'm excited to be able to meet you and get to know you as well. So let's start off by, in your groups of three, share two truths and a lie. And once you all finish sharing, I want you to try to figure out which one's a lie. And we'll take a few minutes to do that, and we'll come back in a minute. Okay, how did that go? Hopefully you got to get to know each other a little bit better, and also I'd like for you guys to share out a little bit. What's one thing that you learned about someone in your group? Fantastic. Well, it's great meeting you all. It's great to hear your stories. I want to introduce to you this professional development, and it's going to be an ongoing professional development that will help you become better teachers, and that's the goal. The book is called The New Art and Science of Teaching, and it's by Morzano. And the question is, well, why this book? Why are we using this book? Well, this book focuses on optimizing student learning by using strategies selected through meta-analytic studies, which really it means it's highly vetted narrative reviews on highly effective teaching strategies. So if taking all these strategies and based on the research, these are some of the best strategies that this book has come up with. And what's really neat about this book is that it focuses on student outcomes, and which means it focuses on the student behavior and the student talk and the evidence of student learning. And really, that's what, as principals, that's what we look for. We walk into your class, we focus on what the students are doing and the evidences that they provide to us that they're really learning what you're teaching them. So the goal is high quality teaching, evident through student learning outcomes. Okay, so what I wanted to do is, first of all, what is high quality teaching? What do you think high quality teaching is? So what I want you to do in your groups is, on your posters, I want you to write a minimum of 10 qualities of what high quality teaching is. Okay, fantastic. And thanks for sharing. Our goal is for you to become highly qualified teachers. And I want to share this great quote by Thomas McCann in this book called Teaching Matters Most. In our sample of schools, we have witnessed a recurring pattern of teacher presentations, student recitations, simple seat work, narrow assessments, and relationships built on control. While these features seem to dominate, there is clear evidence that it is the quality of teaching that has the biggest impact on school improvement and the quality of students' experiences in the classroom. So really, you guys becoming quality teachers will improve student performance and school improvement. And that is our goal, is for you guys to become better teachers in your classrooms. And so this is an ongoing professional development, which means that we're going to be meeting once a month, and every month we'll be covering a specific aspect of teaching. And so, as you can see, here's a schedule, and what we want you to do is, after each lesson, we want you to at least choose one strategy to use in your classroom. And so by doing that, you'll be collaborating and sharing a reflection. These reflections will include a brief description of your strategy. It's going to include student response, the outcome of the strategy used, and your personal thoughts about the strategy. You're going to share this reflection on the New Teacher PD Google Drive folder. So you'll be putting that information in there so that we all can see it. And these reflections will not be graded, but they will be used to collaborate and build on each other's successes. The first reflection will be due 9/18. So the first topic is establishing rules and procedures. So we're going to focus on that today. So let's discuss what that means. What does it mean to establish rules and procedures? So what rules and procedures stick out to you when you were a kid? What made them effective? Take a few minutes to discuss that in your groups. It's very interesting. Thanks for sharing. What I want you to do now is look on page 79 of your books. And on there, there's on table 8.1 outlines 13 strategies to establish rules and procedures. I want to take 2 minutes to skim through these strategies. Now in your groups, I want you to discuss this question. Which of these strategies are similar to what you would like to do in your classroom? Let's share out. When these strategies are established effectively, what do you expect to see in your classroom? Thanks for sharing it. Isn't that what we want? We want to see results by the rules we established in our classrooms. And we want to see that in our students. And this is really the student outcomes that we want to see as a result of us establishing these rules. Number one, students can describe established rules and procedures. Students describe the classroom as orderly. And students can regulate their own behavior. When students can do this, you know you've done a great job of establishing rules in your class. Number two, we want you guys to now organize the physical layout of your classroom. So let's talk about, describe a classroom layout that has stood out to you in previous learning environments. Okay, let's share out. What did you guys learn from each other? What I want you to do to further investigate effective strategies for organizing physical layouts is skim through strategies on table 8.2 on page 81. And on a poster board, design a physical layout of a 24-student classroom and outline the desired student outcomes as a result of the layout. And when you're done, I want you to tape the poster to the wall, and we're going to do a gallery walk. And as we take that walk, I want you to take your New Teacher notebooks, and we're going to need to take notes. I love the posters. The posters are great. And thanks for sharing your thoughts and ideas. Again, the student outcomes from having a great physical layout is that students can move easily about the room, that students can make use of the material and learning centers. Students access and use examples of the work that the teacher has displays. Students access and use the information on the bulletin boards. students can easily focus on instruction. And that's, if the students can do that in a classroom, you did a great job of designing a great physical layout for your classroom. Now let's talk about demonstrating with itness. Well, what does that mean? With itness means a teacher is alert and aware of what is occurring in the classroom at all times. So what I like to do for this part of the lesson is each group has been assigned a specific strategy. And if you look on table 8.3 on page 83, there's 4 different strategies for this. So now I want you guys to be expert groups in these. So expert group 1, you're going to focus on being proactive. Expert group 2, you're going to focus on occupying the whole room physically and visually. And expert group 3, noticing potential problems. Expert group 4, using a series of graduated actions. So let's take 5 minutes and work on becoming experts in these strategies. In your expert groups, review the description of the strategy, highlight key points to share the whole class, and then highlight expected student outcomes as a result of your strategy. And well, now that you've done that, once again, thanks for sharing, and thanks for becoming great experts. And I'm hoping that you're writing these great ideas in your new journals. Now, if you've done a great job of demonstrating with itness, students should recognize that the teacher is aware of their behaviors. Students describe the teacher as aware of what's going on. Student is extinguish disruptive behavior quickly and efficiently, and students can easily focus on instruction. And that's really the goal. We want the kids to focus on instruction without any disruptive behavior in the class. The last thing we're going to talk about today is acknowledging adherence to rules and procedures. Let's work backwards. I've listed desired outcomes, student outcomes for this area. Reflect on these for a minute. Okay. Well, what I want you to do is create a list of teacher behavior to create these student outcomes and share these in your group. Now, I want you to look at table 8.4 on page 84 and compare and contrast table 8.4 to the list you created in your groups. And when you're done, I want you to write a reflection. And the reflection will be anywhere between 2 and 4 sentences, and write those on your new journal. We're going to do the same now. We're going to work backwards, and this time we're going to acknowledge a lack of adherence to rules and procedures. Let's work backwards. When a student's not adhering to rules and procedures, how do you respond? How do you want students to respond? So we'll reflect on these for a minute. Okay. Once again, create a list of teacher behavior to create these student outcomes. Share those in your group. Compare this list to table 8.4. And compare and contrast table 8.4 to your list. What did you learn? Reflect and write a couple sentences. Thank you for sharing. And I'm hoping that that you have enjoyed this time. Looking forward to continuing to meet throughout the year. The next meeting is September 18th. Location will be the NPR room, and the time will be at 4:15. Have an amazing school year.